Right, welcome everybody to the Bingley Town Council Planning Committee of Tuesday the 12th of July. 22, 23, 12 apologies for absence. We have apologies from Rachel Druker. So can we have a
Propose.
Mark propose, Philip second, all in favour? Thank you. Treble 23/13 disclosures of interest to receive declarations of interest from councillors on any items on the agenda. Do we have any disclosures of interest? No?
No.
And have we received any written requests, Town Clerk?
No.
So we'll move on to treble 23/14 minutes of the meeting held on Tuesday 14th of June, which were circulated. I propose we accept them. David seconded, all in favour.
Oh, we can't focus. Well, I can't focus. I won't hear the meeting.
Mark's abstaining because he wasn't here.
I won't hear the meeting.
Now then, with the previous, what meeting now then? Was that the previous planning meeting where we didn't approve the minutes because we were at quorum, or am I thinking of another committee?
I think you're thinking of a different one.
Something else.
Crack on else.
We'll cover, yeah. Sorry, Matt. So, I'm not normally like this, Mark. It must be you, your presence. Well, you haven't been at a meeting where well, you haven't been at a meeting where I've been chair. Usually you've been chair and I've been sat where you
It's
are.
on his Spanish committee.
Treble 20, sorry, crack on. Treble 23/15 confidential items to be discussed in confidence. I don't think we have anything, have we, Town Clerk? No. Pressing on to treble 23/16 public participation. There's no members of the public here. Treble 23/17 terms of reference. I think the only alteration is has been highlighted here is that the chair and vice chair of the committee are to be elected annually at the first meeting of the committee following the annual meeting of the council and hold office until the first meeting of the committee following the annual meeting of the council in the subsequent year. And that was the only thing that I noted. Did anybody else spotted anything else?
No.
There's just a bit of tidying up with the wording at the back.
Well, the chair, oh yeah. So I propose that amendment. Second, David, all in favour?
Yep.
Thank you. And no doubt you'll send out the abridged copy then. 22/3/18 to receive information on any following ongoing issues and decide further action where necessary. Any notified planning panels, well it's an appeal, there's an appeal on 7 Park Top Cottages. What they wrote over it, they've appealed to the Secretary of State because it got refused.
All right.
So we shall wait, that was the 4th of July. So I think we refused it anyway, didn't we?
We did.
So we shall await further development on that, we'll let you know.
They were single houses, aren't they, back to backs?
Yes, and it was a huge extension on one of the backs.
Bigger than the
It
house
was,
itself.
It was huge extension.
The other one's just on from you.
Yeah,
I remember.
So are throughs, aren't they? But some are back. to
some are
back.
through, some are backs.
Yeah.
They were certainly, yeah, the people are not happy that it's been
I can imagine. I'm sure nobody would be happy if they got refused what they're looking for.
Treble 23/19, you've all seen the sheet of the plan implications that get, Nicola does this sheet and keeps it up to date of what's granted and what's refused. I suppose the only one is that one at the bottom of my road, which they've granted this time. Anyway,
We seem to be getting better at it.
I think we are overall, yes, because there's only that one and the other one, of course, is one that we'd said no anyway. We refused anyway, so that's, but it's good that we have that, I think. I think members agree that
I
it's
agree.
nice to have that
Very helpful.
information. So to consider feedback on the plan applications regarding change with regard to comments from the public on Bradford Council's planning portal. Well, there is, Peter Allison is aware that we'd like it as an agenda item on the next parish liaison meeting. and there is not a meeting fixed. We've been assured that all councils will be notified automatically. And I believe John Good is our representative on the Eve. John Good's our representative, so we shall wait for that meeting to happen.
Good.
And anything further. You can, if you look, actually, when you look on planning applications, when you have a look at where it says have your say, if you click on have your say, it will say how many comments there are. Whether they're objections or, I mean, that's all it does tell you. But interestingly, the ones I've looked at, there's been no comments at all. So I wonder if people have stopped making comments because you can't read the bloody things.
Is it just comments? If we look and there's like
It'll say comments, it'll say have you say
comments,
comments, and it'll say how many's for or how many's against.
Just a number.
And that's all.
There's nothing.
No.
10 for, 5 against,
Yeah.
or whichever way.
Or 100 received, 95 for, 5 against, and
Yeah.
no information. It just says if you're going to have your say, click on it and it tells you that, but nothing else, which doesn't really help you, does it? But anyway. And we've of course heard nothing back from Julian Jackson, so despite Philip's try, I don't think somehow that we're going to get anywhere with that, unfortunately. But we shall wait. We'll move on. 223/21 consideration plan applications. Number 1, 22/02252. Mr. Fenton.
Do you
Would it be
normally
possible
bring
to
them-
see
Yeah.
the drawing, please?
Specsavers, isn't it?
153-155 Main Street, Bingley.
Specsavers.
Yeah, they're replacing the air conditioner.
Condition. I just want to see if they're going where they were originally. Because I seem to be missing that particular drawing.
Approved drawing.
Which one do you want?
AC
Existing and
details.
proposed.
halfway down.
Approved drawing.
Approved drawing.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Existing
one,
and
yeah.
proposed
That's it.
details or
That's the one.
Yeah,
location.
existing and proposed, that's it.
Does it show you what you want, Andrew?
It does. I don't seem to see any issue with that.
You know, a bit.
I would have thought they'd be limited where they could go, Andrew,
Yeah.
wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They seem to be going in the same place.
Spot.
Same.
Yeah.
I wanted to see if they were going in the same vicinity,
Yeah.
and they clearly are.
Yeah.
Need to be done.
Yeah.
So that was the drawing that I didn't have. So obviously I didn't want to pass comment, but I would
No, you can't. No.
Approved.
propose that for approval.
So you propose the approval, do we have
Yeah.
a seconder?
Yeah.
Yes, all in favour? Thank you.
Yeah.
Number 2, 22/02253, again the same address. Installation of internally illuminated fascia sign, projecting sign, new window vinyls to shop front elevation.
The good news is I have got a drawing for this one, and I don't have any problem with it at all.
You recommending approval?
I do,
Andrew?
sir. Yes.
Second.
Second to David, all in favour?
Yeah.
Thank you. Number 3, 22/02506, Blackberry Bank, Spa Lane, detached single garage, which Rachel was supposed to have a look at. I did have a quick look, I didn't see any real issues unless somebody else has got any comments.
This
There was-
is a single garage.
yeah, there
I've
was
seen
no,
it, Howard. I don't have any
there was
issue
no
with
comments.
it.
Well, I'll recommend approval.
I'll
then.
second it.
All in favour?
Yeah.
Number 4, 22/02622, 2 Oakwood Cottages, Lady Lane, Philippa, please.
This seems to be overextending. It's a 3-storey, 4-metre extension on one side, plus a 2-storey extension on the other side, size unknown. So I think in terms of size, massing and scale, it's inappropriate. So I would
Overdevelopment.
Overdevelopment, yeah, I would recommend rejection.
Recommending refusal on
Yeah.
Second
grounds.
that. Yeah, design scale, massing, overdevelopment.
Totally agree with that.
Good planning terms.
Yeah. All in favour?
Yeah.
Number 5, 22/01978, 20 Owens Quay, Bingley, proposed single-storey rear extension. Again, there's no adverse comments from the Canal and Rivers Trust and somebody else that said there was no problem, it would be helpful. So I'd like to approve that one.
I'll second that.
All in favour? Number 6, 22/02629, 19 Tullia Court, Gilstead, Bingley. Single story extension, Mr.
I'm
Fenton.
more than happy with it. I've looked at it with David. I don't see any issues.
Okay.
Are you recommending
I
approval?
am recommending approval.
Second.
David seconded, all in favour?
Yeah.
Are you alright there, Town Clerk?
Yep.
Shout if you...
How to work so fast.
She did know though. Number 7, 22/026653 Southway, Eldwick.
Yeah.
Mark. I did ask Mark
Oh,
to look at this.
you as well, probably.
Did you have a look, Mark?
I looked on I couldn't just wait or look what they were doing, but I gather because there is a garage already existing. It looks like they're knocking that down and moving it to the back of the garden, and then extending the house at the back, and they're going to extend it upwards as well. They're going to extend internally to make the roof space into a bedroom area.
It's
Who owns it?
It's just been sold
It has,
recently,
yeah.
which obviously isn't a planning issue, but to me it's a fairly constrained site. It is a very large detached house on a
I didn't
small
realise there were so many bedrooms
on a small site. It has, I think, 6 bedrooms.
7.
It could be 7.
Yeah.
7.
Wow.
7 bedrooms already,
Wow.
with
That's why I asked the question who's bought it.
basically very little parking. I can't see that putting your garage, which is almost the size as Andrew's had a look, of a bungalow, and it does have accommodation on top,
I
which
think I looked at this. I actually couldn't work out how they could get the car into what they were saying
Well,
was the garage part.
Well, they're not giving you a clear run of it because there's 2 garages. One's actually internal in the house.
Yeah.
We don't seem to show that on the drawings.
no,
And then there's another garage which is separate, but it doesn't show that on the drawings. So what you've got is this massive big house, but you can't find the garage, or I couldn't anyway. They were looking.
So,
But it looks as though they're knocking it down, and the one that's existing, and then they're pushing it to the back of the garden. So
and
it's
then
a bit confusing, I think.
and then there is an issue there with the over garage accommodation. Is this the next step? That'll be a bungalow in the
Right.
backyard. I think
It's prime for that, isn't it? Because they're putting a
Parking.
toilet and everything into it.
parking wise, it's not good at that end of Southway
No, it's not.
anywhere.
No, it's terrible.
It's a large.
which end? Which end
It's
is
the
it?
Sheriff Lane.
Sheriff
end.
Lane on the
The
corner.
old
Right,
Oh.
literally next to the corner.
I know what you mean, yeah.
I'd go on refuse on scale, massing and overdevelopment
You agree with that, Mark?
and
Yeah.
highway safety.
Yeah.
The
definitely.
main concern is
Just like
the
the
extension in the back garden. I don't have a problem with the extension to the ground floor, nor do I have a problem with the street scene because the view is Velux's. But it's this massive building in the back garden,
Yeah.
and to me it looks like a house rather than a garage.
Well, it's a
even got
double garage. Well,
upstairs,
it's
yeah.
a big double garage, isn't
Is
it?
it about
effectively?
5 metres tall? Or
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I can
It
see
will-
somebody in a few months' time or a
house.
few years' time splitting the site,
Oh,
and that's
yeah.
another house.
The whole site is constrained, and I think this large garage come
Don't fit
over
in,
room
don't fit in.
is actually cramping
So-
the whole development.
It is, yeah.
You put cramped as well. That's a common
So, you're recommending refusal
Yeah, I'll
on the
second that.
grounds of, you've got all that here, haven't you?
Yeah.
I'll
And
second that.
seconded Andrew,
All
all in
in
favour.
favour,
Thank you. Number 8, 22/02172713, 8 Copy Close. Well, I've had a look. It got turned down before. They have made it smaller. We approved it last time, so I'm going to just say we approve it this time. And
Is it quite big? I think in the 2 dormers. that
It is
stick
quite
out.
big, but it's behind. You can't, it's not blocking anybody.
I don't want to be a nuisance. We couldn't see it, could we?
Yeah, of course.
What, Copy Close?
Yeah.
Did you have a problem with it, my friend?
No.
It was, I couldn't see any. Because they made it smaller. Because it was turned down early this year. Oh, there we are.
There's still 2 big dormers on it, isn't
There's
there?
2
Yeah.
massive dormers on the
Yeah.
top.
Well, it is, yeah.
Front elevation, back one's huge.
Are they out of balance with the ag property? Or? No.
We couldn't
Yes,
just
it's a-
scroll
it's a-
down
it's a semi.
a tiny bit, could we? The other way, if you will, just so I can see the dormers.
Was there
That's
any similar development on the street, Howard?
I don't think there is.
It looks big, does it?
I don't think there is. I mean, it is big.
Well, you've lost the ridge line, haven't you? Especially at the back.
Yeah.
You can't really see distinction between anything on it.
No.
What's next door, Howard? Do we know? Is it the same?
There was a picture and it looks as though
Yeah.
there's nothing on it.
There's nothing next door, I don't think.
What was it refused for before then?
It was refused.
Size, design,
Is this the one that had an
Scale.
extension on the rear as well before,
Yes.
and they've taken it away?
Well, just going for the $2.
Yeah.
It was refused. Proposals are not acceptable due to the significant harm caused to visual amenity within the locality.
I could run with that.
I'll go with that.
So we're proposing,
Refuse under that
yes,
previous
Yeah.
refusal.
I'll second that.
yeah, okay.
All in favour?
All in favour?
This is interesting. Unit 2 to 4, 5 Rice Shopping
Number
Centre.
9, 22/02618, units 2 to 4,
It's
new
just,
shop front.
it's just
Could
split it
I-
up into units.
Could I have the
isn't
drawing
it?
again,
Which
please?
is that?
It's pound shop.
It is.
Oh, they're closing.
Gone, shut.
Oh, it's gone.
Pound
Shut on
shut.
the 15th of June.
So I'll have to now walk up
The
there.
lease
isn't
was
it?
up.
Was it?
Yeah.
Proposed plans do you want?
If I could say existed and proposed, if I can.
All
Please.
they're doing is splitting the smaller units.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, have a let in it.
Well,
Well, they can't. They want to do this
it
first.
might
don't
make it easier to let,
So
Yeah.
this is existing.
but they don't have to
Right.
develop it out until
that's
to
existing.
get
B
to
and M
some
Yeah.
could only staying.
The bit I couldn't quite work.
home bargains.
The bit
Sorry,
I
home
couldn't quite
bargains,
work
yeah,
out
yeah.
was who got the upstairs because
So that's
I
proposed.
think one unit gets the upstairs. In
Right.
Proposed. I couldn't quite work it out.
I think what they're proposing is better than the original.
You do.
Yeah.
I do, so I would propose that.
Okay. Do we have a seconder?
Yeah, there you go.
That's
Yeah.
reasonable.
All in favour?
Yeah.
Close approval. And number 10, 22/02833 Ferrydale Cottonley Way, single storey traditional extension, pitch stair roof and access staircase to cellar, resubmission again, to cellar, resubmission. Again, you can't actually see it from the main road. It's a big detached property. It's where a former member of the committee used to live. And I can't see it's a problem. It's all within the ground. I can't see it being a problem to anybody, so I would recommend approval unless somebody else has seen it and says otherwise. No,
Nope.
no, I recommend approval.
I'll second that, Howard.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you very much. Moving swiftly on to 23/22 updates on Green Hill.
I know Micklethwaite Village Society have asked them to reinstate the dry stone wall at the bottom, and they've been told no, basically.
Well, they've technically started work on it, haven't they?
Yeah.
That gives them the planning permit. That keeps the planning permission in place.
Do we need to know that then, Philippa, do you think?
Just to know, it's worth noting.
can
isn't
note
it?
it, can't
It's worth noting, yeah.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Green Hill action groups, actually.
Update on Milnerfields Farm, have we heard anything?
No, that seems to have gone quiet, hasn't it?
Haven't heard anything? No. And the Air Valley incinerator.
That's a strange one, is that? Because they've got planning permission. I'm surprised they haven't gone ahead with it.
Yeah, I don't know what the delay is
They
there.
started works as well because they put some curbs in, didn't they?
Yeah, and the fencing up.
Yeah.
I suppose on that one is there enough feedstock locally? What is it, £600 million development? They need a lot of money turning over, don't they?
Well, there seems to be something. Lots of stuff in the press about they're not worth the money, aren't
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
But whether they will actually.
Well, they're looking to build another one in Leeds, aren't they?
Well, yeah, and they've got to The
I
rubbish
don't know,
somewhere.
I'm just
And I
surprised they haven't
suppose by the
started.
time you have to drive through Bradford and pay your £9 as well, you're going to go to Leeds where you don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Well, it's more than £9 for a wagon, isn't it?
I don't
Yeah.
know what the fees are there.
that comes into effect in September, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway,
So it's just a note, nothing there.
just to know. And I'm not quite sure why we've got exclusion of the press and public on. We don't-
Just in case
Just
there was
in case.
something that somebody wanted to discuss
Yeah.
in confidence.
Well, there isn't anything, so we don't need anything. So the next meeting is Tuesday, 9th of August, 6:30 in the Hub.
20 minutes, done.
Well done.
That's
So all meetings should be.
Slacking hour.
Is that another
I managed
record?
to get one done in, I think it was about 4 minutes.
Why didn't nobody turn up?
Plenty of people turn up.
On
I'll
that
stop
episode.
recording.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.